I don't know how to explain this to people. You're just going to have to find out, some of you. Let's talk to Angie in North Carolina. You're on the air. Thanks for holding.
Hi, Alex. I spoke to you the other day about the government document from the KBR contract.
Yes, you're the one. We found the general KBR document, or was sent to us, and then you found where the government put out the original bid.
Yes. Actually, the document you guys linked to was a previous contract. It's probably still ongoing, but the document that I have, and I'll tell you what the name of the document is and exactly where to find it. It's dated November 18th, and it's way worse. Okay, then I guess when you sent us the link, we just found the wrong thing. I'm going to put you on hold, and I'm going to give you a private email. Will you get doing here? I forget what his email is. And will you just send us the link to the latest one, and we'll update it? Absolutely. I mean, in this document, which is dated the 18th, which was 3 days after S-1867 was actually introduced, the contractors are responsible. It's all-out martial law scenario. They're responsible for setting up an operations center where they can communicate with the president. They talk about being able to all the different programs that they use, including one called Blue Force Situational Awareness, and you may know what that is, but if others out there don't know what that is, it's a military program where they use to identify friendlies and non-friendlies in the battlefield to avoid friendly fire. Now, hold on. I'm about to have a heart attack right now, and we try as best we can. I can't believe you sent this to us, and we found the old one. I don't know how we do it, but listen, we were a great crew. It's just I'm exhausted, we're overwhelmed, and I'm getting really angry right now. Yes, that's how it's all in codes. I've been to the urban warfare drills. They'll be Blue Force, the militias, or the Red Force. You're telling me in there they've got Blue Force, Red Force? They say that, yes, they have to. Oh, God. I mean, they've got the barricades and barbed wire and stockade stuff. Okay. I'm going to try not to blow a gasket right now. I'm going to put you on hold, give us the exact URL, we'll pull it up, and I'll hand deliver it to the writer. Just stay right there. Oh, my God, stay with us. Our caller here, Angie in North Carolina, I've been talking to her a little bit off air, and so the reason she knows about the stuff and knows where to find it is she knows some of the inside baseball. She sent us an email. We never got it. That's why we found the thing from May or June dealing with the FEMA camps being activated. She sent us where there's Red Force, Blue Force, and how to communicate with the Blue Force against the Red Force. This is for camps with military operations in the U.S. That's 100% with the barricades and all the rest of it. That's a FEMA camp run by the military against the citizens. And they're already announcing they want to use troops against us. So it's on. They're getting ready for the collapse. We're going to find it right now. I'm going to type it into Google myself right now, Angie. So slowly give me the name of the document right now. Okay. The name of the actual PDF file, you can either search for the title or the PDF document is PAMSS. Yeah. You know what? Don't give me the long PDF document name, just because that. Okay. It's called Statement of Work. It's kind of long. For Federal Emergency. Hold on. Statement of Work. I don't type fast. Statement of Work. For Federal Emergency Management Agency. Federal Emergency Management Agency. It's spelled out? Right. Management Agency, okay. National Continuity Programs, and then in parentheses after that, NCP. That's what they call these contracts, NCP. MCP? N, like National Continuity Programs, the initials, NCP. Okay, I got to erase it, I heard. Okay, NCP. Yes, Program. And Mission Support Services. Support Services, all right. And then in parentheses right after that is PAMSS. PAM? MSS, yes, the Program and Mission Support Services. Okay, the guys have found it. And it's November 18th, 2011. That's the date on the document. We did find it. Good. Yeah, your email must not have made it through to us last time, but thank God we found the old one. And unfortunately now 2 of these have been out. People never pay attention to the third piece of info in the investigation, even though it's the most important. Specifically for us, where do we find the part about blue and red forces?
sorry, say that again, Alex?
Where do you find the part about blue and red forces? Do a Control F, blue.
Part of the operations that the contractors are responsible for providing are like communication systems and so on. And if you scroll down, it's under the title Operations Division.
Operations Division, showing this is military.
It's at the bottom of page 2 of 22.
It's the bottom of page where?
Operations Division, it starts at the bottom of page 2 of 22, and then it continues on page 3. And on page 3 is where it says, other efforts of the Operations Division includes initiatives such as Operation Rendezvous, Task Force Rendezvous, the development and integration of the Federal Emergency Response Official Repository System, National Security Special Event Contingency Support, Disaster Relief Humanitarian Assistance. Additional efforts of the Ops Division include Geospatial Information Systems, Blue Force Situational Awareness, Continuity Analysis, and Command Control and Communications Computing.
Yeah, so that's the military running the emergency camps. And then where is the Blue Force, Red Force, command of Blue Force?
Well, it's right there in that line there. It says Blue Force Situational Awareness, or BFSA.
All right, Blue Force Situational Awareness. Yeah, we found it. Holy mackerel. That's the military waging war against the American people and putting us in FEMA camps. Absolute smoking gun to FEMA. Oh, my God. If you just joined us, I just got completely blown away. It was Nancy, the caller, who called us, I guess on Monday, and said, yeah, you found the Halliburton documents where they're now going to man the FEMA camps that even Wall Street Journal admits they built in 96, or 2006, excuse me. But do you know about the Department of Defense master order? And then we got hit by so many emails, we didn't get hers or lost it. People pointed out June where they were doing purchase orders. The one she tried to send us, and that she just called in and mentioned that we just pulled up on screen, is on Homeland Security's website. It admits the military and the NSA is going to run it, and talks about the military, the stockades, the barricades, and Blue Force communications against the Red Force. Now, that's all code, but I've been to the urban warfare drills, and I was talking to her off air, and I said, well, how do you know? Because that means certainly Red Force, Blue Force, the command and communication of their Blue Force, that's military parlance for war. That's how they call themselves generally the Blue Force. I've been to Marine Corps drills where it's they've got it all up on big satellite projections of where the troops are, Blue Force, Red Force, where they're training to take on, quote, the militias in San Francisco and Oakland. I shot that in 99, Operation Urban Warrior. And she said, well, I mean, she knows about it because she's there, folks. This is people in the, well, she said she'd stay on hold. I'm not going to say much more than that because we've got a guest already scheduled, but I'm going to have her pop in at the bottom of the hour. The computer we were getting all this up on, we had to go to Skype to get our guest on, so we're pulling it up on another computer, highlighting it all, but I read it there on screen. If you were watching PrisonPlanet.tv, you saw me. This is the Homeland Security FEMA website, Department of Defense, a bid system, and it's super, ultra creepy and really upsets me because you've got the state reps calling for martial law in Illinois and on CNN and in New Orleans, in Chicago and New Orleans. You've got the calls for checkpoints to be set up all over the country. You've got the NDAA passing and saying we'll use the military against citizens. We found C-SPAN video from last Thursday where they talk about killing U.S. citizens. I mean, that's going to be on the nightly news tonight. My head is even spinning. This is a giant buildup for war against us. Angie in North Carolina, I don't know how much you want to say what you told me off air, but you have reasons to notice these things in the Department of Defense orders. But how big an issue, just to our guests, breaking it down, to talk about the military running emergency camps, well, you could say it's for floods and things. This says Blue Force situational awareness communication, and you're absolutely right. When they talk about Blue Force versus Red Force, that means a combat situation. Angie, finish up your points on that.
Yeah, I think it's very disturbing. This whole entire document is their bid to contract for the establishment of a communication system for the purpose of essentially a complete societal breakdown, continuity of government situation. And that's exactly what it says, that the operations divisions need to provide the, basically the electronics communications.
And look at outreach support. That's going to be PSYOPs. And then in there it talks about Red Force. And again, I've been to the drills. That means waging, when they go red-blue or blue-red, when it talks about blue force, that's the government against somebody.
Right. It's actually, it says blue force situational awareness. And I'll say it again for those that don't know what that is. It's the communication system that the military uses, it's a military program, to identify friendlies and non-friendlies in the battlefield for the purpose of avoiding friendly fire. So,
generally, it's a transponder, unless they think the enemy's tracking them. Then they turn them off, or it's what's painted on the tanks. It's codes that are blurped out. And anybody else who isn't, on the blue list, you're on the red list.
Right.
Or they can use other colors, but usually it's blue-red. I mean, this is amazing. And, you know about it. I mean, what are the people you know that are involved in this? Are they pretty upset right now?
Yeah, very. It's an extremely disturbing development. Basically anything that would provide for, a 72-hour standby in order for them to be able to pull together, situational control within the borders of the United States using the military is disturbing. That's why we have posse comitatus, because...
well, we don't anymore. They just passed NDAA. Now, I mean,
right.
Sure, it's outrageous, but wait, we found a C-SPAN clip. It's in like a 2-hour-long show, so we didn't play it on the radio. We found it at the start, but we're going to try to play it tonight, where they're on C-SPAN going, look, we're not just going to arrest you, we're going to kill you. And they say, yes, we're going to kill Americans without a trial. I mean, just the magnitude of this.
Well, that's what's so disturbing. And as you were saying before, with the blue force, red force, the way that works is, you're right. Blue force is considered friendly, and they carry transponders. And essentially, anybody that does not have a transponder that identifies them as a friendly is considered a red force or enemy. And that's what they use out in the battlefield. Now, I don't know why they would want to set up a system to be able to use that here within the United States unless they know something that we don't.
Well, look, I was told by insiders, and now, of course, the drones are actually tracking farmers, so people believe it now, that they got the GPS marking of your door for SWAT teams, Army truck pickups, and drone attacks. And I was told this by an Army colonel who was so scared he wanted. I'm not going to get into it. Listen, I'm going to put you on hold again. I'm going to have Rob Dew call you. I want to interview you on the TV tonight. We'll disguise your voice or whatever you want, because I know you have a lot more inside info. I'm going to put you on hold now. Our reporter, Rob Dew, is going to call you. We're going to finish up with reporter Greg Hunter of USAWatchdog.com.